All right, folks. Well, this story, I don't even know what to say, Vex. Sometimes I find things, and here we go. So Vex is with me. We've been recording. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I don't usually do that whole, like, share, subscribe. But if you're not subscribed, you're going to miss out on these cool videos that I have coming up with Vex over the next few weeks. We have a great video talking about her and her channel and her YouTube journey. And then also, we have a great throwback video coming. We talk about the Goonies. But I had her and I'm like, Vex, what on earth? I heard about this story. How often do you think about the Roman Empire thing? And I'm like, what is this? So I made a note to talk about it. And there's this is brand new Instagram reel and TikTok trend where women ask men in their lives, husbands, boyfriends, whatever, how often they think about the Roman Empire. And then they all say they think about Rome frequently. And women are radically surprised by that. And then it talks about this reel. So let's see. I don't know. Hopefully we'll have audio. We'll see how this goes.
Okay.
Husband, boyfriend, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's what happened. So then it started for the last couple days, and this is one of those videos. Let's see. Is there audio?
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Every day. I didn't know what to say to that because I was like, Well, then I thought about it, and I was like, well, wait a minute. So first off, one of my closest friends is Stone Loki, who has quite a, Valhalla has sort of the Spartans and Viking motif and all of that. And it's like the 300 thing. And I'm like, does ancient Greece and Rome count? Because if that counts, it is probably pretty regularly, but that's also because of him. It's not where I just sit around the office and randomly start thinking about Caesar or something like
Yeah.
that. But I thought this was a very strange meme. It's like, of all the memes, this was one that I thought was very strange. So let's see what the next part. So this is they start doing this. So these people start talking about it.
Warn you, oh my gosh, take a deep breath if you're going to do this, because I am warning you right now, you might not be prepared for what's about to happen. I am on the Book of Faces, which I never go on unless I want to go support my 83-year-old grandmother.
You do TikTok, Vex?
No, not anymore.
Yeah, I never have. I mean, this is me doing TikTok, is watching someone else do it. I don't have the. And you guys can hear this, right? You can hear it, okay,
Yeah.
Vex?
Yeah,
Okay,
I can hear it fine. Yeah.
There's love of sharing memes of Baby Yoda and half-naked cowboys holding puppies. And of course, I have to like them. And I come across this meme. It says, I saw an IG reel that said something along the lines of, women have no idea how often.
I don't know how to fast forward on TikTok, so I don't know how to make it just skip past her talking and getting to the question.
You just have to keep like TikTok does not have that feature,
Oh,
unfortunately.
it's so unbearable sometimes.
The men in their lives think about the Roman Empire. So I asked my husband, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And without missing a beat, he said, every day. I thought to myself, who are y'all married to? My husband doesn't think about the Roman Empire. We've been married for 16 years, and he's never once brought up the Roman Empire to me.
Okay, I don't think about the Roman Empire every single day. I don't think I do. No. I think about it regularly in the grand scheme of like a movie, or, like I said, 300 in Loki's theme, but I can't think of a reason that we're all sitting around thinking about the Roman Empire. This is really strange. I just didn't know if you had heard this or not.
To me. And so I needed to know. I needed to debunk this meme that I just saw in the Book of Faces. And so I walk into the kitchen and I see him in a flow state sitting on the computer working. Normally, I don't interrupt those.
Oh, she keeps talking and talking and talking. Good Lord. TikTok people. It's hard for me,
just
Vex.
Women. TikTok just, give women already talk a lot, and just TikTok is taking advantage of that. That's all. I want to know what the
It's a PSA moment from Pops. For those of you at home who don't know, there is a psychological study that explains how every day women use and expend 40,000 words a day, and men do about 10,000 words. And this creates conflict in relationships where men go off to work and they have a woman who either doesn't work or whatever. She comes home. She has not used up her 40,000 words. He's completely been done with his words all day. She comes home and she has a word vomit scenario waiting for him at home, creating conflict. There's my PSA. Yes, there is studies and science behind the word vomit. Sorry, Vex, what were you going to say?
That totally explains why women are so catty and start rumors about each other.
They have to have something to talk about. They have to have they have words. I can't tell you how many times we'll sit down at dinner and I will be with my wife, my mother-in-law, and my daughter. We're sitting there and I don't say a word. I'm just there's just words being exchanged. And I'm just like, everybody's got words. I don't have words. So anyway, sorry, back to
Interesting.
the show. Back to the
Yeah.
show. Sorry.
I'm just wondering when they say think about the Roman Empire, what is the context? Like, do I have to be, if I'm a man, am I like specifically thinking about the Roman Empire, or am I thinking of something that's an offshoot from the Roman Empire? Like, for
Hmm.
example, I consistently worry about, the fall of the modern world, and then that's related to the fall of the Roman Empire because that was the last great empire to fall kind of deal, right? So
Hmm.
does that technically count as me thinking of the Roman Empire?
I'm a little concerned. I think Vex might be a man. She may be thinking about the Roman Empire way too much. I'm starting to be concerned about the rules. The rules of this game might have gone a little sideways on me now. I don't know. Maybe it'll come up. I haven't watched these videos. This is all
Yeah.
news for me too. I don't know. Like, I trust me. I haven't watched. I didn't vet this article. I'm in the weeds. Wait a minute.
Okay.
I didn't vet this article with Vex. That's okay. We've done alliteration as well on the show today.
Flow
So
states because we both have ADHD, and I know the moment that you're distracting, you start talking to someone else, especially if it's something that you're interested about, which
the
he's not going to be because he hasn't talked to me
ADHD
about the Roman
life.
Empire for
Ooh,
16
good
years.
Lord.
But I normally don't interrupt those flow states. But then I needed to know. And so I said, hey, babe, real quick question. As I slowly sat myself down into the seat, he said, yeah, babe, what's up? I said, just a quick question. Do you ever think about the Roman Empire? And he smirks. And without skipping a beat, he says, I mean, not more than like once a week. Why? And I said, oh, you're playing with me right now, aren't you? You saw the meme, didn't you? He said, what meme are you talking about? I said, the meme, the Roman Empire meme, the husband meme. Are you playing with me right now? Or do you really think about the Roman Empire more than once a week? He goes, well, not like that much more, like maybe once or twice, but not more than that.
Yeah, I could see once a week or so, like something would pop in my head that would be,
Yeah.
yeah, I could see that. That would make sense. Okay. All right, so let's try this guy because I can't handle her. Let's try something different. See how it goes on this side over here.
Like a week, or just how many times in general do you think about the Roman Empire?
What about the Roman Empire?
Just anything about it.
Oh, wait, he asked your question, Vex. Like, what do you mean about the Roman Empire? Like, what do you mean? Like, you got to define your terms.
Probably not a lot. Why?
Not a lot. What's the last time you thought about it?
Maybe a week or two ago.
The same as the other guy. Like a week. I'm in the same category. I guess like a week or two ago, maybe. Like, I was thinking about Gladiator and Roman games or something. Yeah, that popped in my head. Yeah. Okay. All right.
This is such
Here's
an
an
odd thing to make into a meme. Like, this is the most random thing and it got trending is the weirder part.
well, it just kind of fell in my lap because it ended up on a channel, and I was like, "What is this thing?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, I don't want to know too much. I just read the top paragraph or two, so I understood the context of it, and I asked myself that inner question. So, well, I'll make a video out of it. Hadn't got to that video. Have you on? So we will throw this out there. All right, let's go to another one because let's see.
Think about the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire? Yeah. Why? How often do you think about it? Probably every other day? Are you serious? Oh, never? Why? What a freak.
Okay, how was it? That was okay.
And do you think about the Roman Empire?
How often do I think about it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess technically like every day.
Technically
If you speak
every
English,
day.
you're
Hold
thinking
on.
about the Roman Empire. You're speaking a Latin-based language, so indirectly, you're thinking about it.
He had the best
Holy-
answer. That was the answer
Yeah.
I was kind of like thinking of when I asked my question earlier.
Right, because you're like your brain sometimes will take a pause and go down that rabbit hole, right?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Asking every guy I know how often they think of the Roman Empire.
Guys how often they think about the Roman Empire, and I texted all of the guys that I could think of, and their replies are hilarious. And I've tried to post this video 3 times. It's just screenshots of my texts with them. There's nothing inappropriate, and TikTok has taken it down every time for violating community guidelines, and I don't know why. So I'm trying to make a video instead, and I'm gonna put them behind me and I'll read them to you because maybe then you can see them. But they're so funny. How often do you think about the Roman Empire? in passing, about once a month. How often do you think about the Roman Empire? I love this. Pretty often, honestly, but I'm a history nerd, so it continues. It's just so cool, you know? And this was a GIF.
Oh my.
Ooh, the Roman Empire? Haha, actually a lot. This is the same person. Literally just yesterday, I was mentioning how compared to the Roman Empire, the U.S. is a baby, and now people pay to watch.
Okay, see, that makes sense. That's what you were saying, Vex. It's like the thought processes of America and empire. Is America an empire? Is America going to fall? Connection to other empires, Roman Empire. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just what's on a lot of men's mind right now. Maybe that's what the meme is showing us, is that a lot of people are, yeah. We'll do at least one more.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Very. What? The Roman Empire?
Yeah.
Not very often.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, how often would you say?
Like, maybe once every 2 years.
Okay, well there you go.
That's a red flag right there. If it's once every 2 years you're thinking about the Roman Empire.
That seems weird, because it seems like he knows about the meme or something. I felt
Yeah,
like
that might be a bit more scripted, maybe comparatively.
We love concepts. You and I definitely have bonded over this concept of like social engineering and like social contagion and how all of the psychology and stuff works like that. What is your take on the fact that this would even become a meme? Is it just that maybe women are a little disconnected of like the randomness of men's thoughts or something?
I wouldn't even say that. It's more that just the goofiest things seem to capture our attention now. That's about it. I don't know. With TikTok especially, like we can get into, I guess, a little bit of the conspiracy behind that, but it's like there is a difference between what's pushed on us here in the West on TikTok versus the East, right?
Correct. Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is
Completely
like one of
different
those, right? And
algorithms. Yeah.
this is one of those weird things where it's like that's a really weird thing to be pushing out on your audience. I don't think it's indicative of like a disconnect between like what women think men are thinking about or anything like that, but it certainly is a little bit not enlightening. Not eye-opening. It's interesting, we'll say.
Okay, I'll go
'Cause
with interesting, because I think it's more like, okay, so let's say we have somebody who trends and they trend over this. I asked my
Yeah.
boyfriend about Roman Empire. He says once a day. What? Okay, now that person trends. Somebody that they know sees that, they do it. Let's say 10 of those people do it, but 3 also have the same response. 7 don't. But let's say it was 3. Now you have 4 people that have said they did it. Now you keep going exponentially, and you end up with like how many hundreds, if not thousands, of people that
Yeah.
find somebody, but that pool may actually only be 30, 40, 50% of men who even, so I mean, I think it's more like, is the contagion mimicking other TikTokers' success or memeability or odd, like you said, the odd flavor of the month, right?
Yeah. And it's September too, so like I don't know, there hasn't been a whole lot going on in movies or TV, and then we have the writer's strike, so there's nothing to really meme there. So like it's also makes me question if it's a symptom of a lack of interesting things to talk about in other areas. Right? This is just weird. I mean, to
Would it
be honest,
surprise
all
you?
these Sorry?
Would it surprise you if you learned like 70% of men think about the Roman Empire within a week? Is that
No,
really that odd to you?
that doesn't sound that odd to me.
Okay.
I think it's more odd, but again, they didn't really specify the parameters of this.
Right. Well, I'm not sure how you frame it, because I don't know how. I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
going off just the generalization of everyone will have their own opinion of that. But let's say we frame it as you are thinking of something very specific to the Roman Empire, whether it be a leader, something cultural, maybe a movie reference, like an activity, like a Colosseum. So you frame it in something very, very specific. And we found out that 70% of men think about that within once every 3 days. I would think that's kind of a lot. That would be high for me, like every
That would be
3
a
days.
lot, yeah. I think
But
once a week
every
though is pretty
once a
okay.
week, I don't know. It just seems like it's one of those things that seems very ubiquitous in our life in some ways. Like I would just stumble across a Gladiator reference, or I would think about the movie 300 or Caesar. I don't know. My ADD is so bad, I could hear Caesar salad and think about Julius Caesar. I mean,
That
does that
might be it
count?
then.
Does that count, Vex? Caesar salad. So our take home from the meme is Caesar salad is way bigger. That's our thumbnail. That's our thumb. Caesar salad appears to be way bigger among men than initially thought. That's what the TikTok users have shot us. I see.
Technically Roman Empire. Maybe you're getting Caesar
Technically.
dressing every week
Oh
at
my
the store.
God. Well, next week we'll find out how women think about French dressing. I don't know. I just don't. I don't. You make me feel better knowing that. For those of you who have not watched all of our videos together, because you couldn't, because some of them aren't going to be out for a couple weeks. So this will sound very offensive now. It will not when you watch the video that we do that comes out in 3 weeks from now. But I was going to say, it makes me feel better knowing that a 30-year-old brown girl who likes Aladdin feels the same way. I'm being canceled right now, Bex, because there's no context for that reference.
3 weeks, people. 3 weeks, you'll find out.
You watch your stories to get this reference.
Oh goodness.
30-year-old brown girl who likes Aladdin in Canada feels the same way I do about a TikTok meme. Makes me feel better.
There you go. I definitely think about Caesar salad once a week. So
there you go. I made Flaccid Phoenix very happy with my breakdown right there, trying to be as offensive as I try. I don't do that for anybody. I just do that for people that get it. So yeah, that's awesome. Well, folks, I don't know what to tell you guys. Memes are weird to me. I still have a strange sort of affinity, and also like almost like a car accident phenomenon when they go this trendy. I'm like, what on earth and why? Then my brain, I think you're like me though. You're like, why would this trend? Like, why would people care? Why would this happen? Why would but forget about why people think about Roman Empire. I'm more interested. Why are you people? And then I'm like in the video, I'm like, let's just take it on face value.
Mm-hmm.
She asked him, he goes, I think about the Roman Empire every day. And that seems weird to her. And then I'm like, okay, well, let's break that down. Why does he think it? And then why does she think it's weird? Like, what is it? I think it would be more weird if I asked my wife and she told me that she thought about the Roman Empire every day. I think that would be weird. But that's because I know my wife. You know what I mean? If she heard that she asked me that and I said, yeah, I think about the Roman Empire every day, she'd be like, okay, that sounds weird because you're weird. You're like, I could see you thinking about history and, okay, my wife would not be fazed by that. She'd be like, okay, that's old news. You know what I mean? So
I was gonna say, like, men just have more of an affinity to having that interest in, the military and history. So for me, hearing if a guy is thinking about the Roman Empire once a week, that's not weird because basically every guy I've known has an interest in, history, right?
some element of something that could be tied to that
Right.
memory or thought prompt. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I would be weirded out if a woman told me that because I think I've only ever met one other woman that has an interest in history.
Yeah,
So
it would be significantly less common in the populace. It would be more common in our content creator circles because we have people that are more our thought processes
you
tend to, you know what I mean? I could think of a couple other content creators that are similar to you where they would probably, oh yeah, I do think about that too. But that's because that's how we're attuned because of entertainment and stuff. Well, Vex, I am so happy that I had you with me. And some of them I'm sure are already clipping what we just talked about and laughed about. So this was worth it tenfold, if nothing else for them. Folks, let me hear your thoughts on the memeability and all of this. I think it was an odd one. I'm glad we were able to fit it in because it definitely gave us all a laugh, and nothing is better than being able to have a chance to laugh together. So thanks, Vex, for doing this. Thanks to all of you for watching. Appreciate you very much. So take care, everybody. I am Pops.
My favorite quality about Pops is that he's incredibly honest. At least you always know where you stand with Pops. So I like that about him. He's not passive aggressive. He's not sneaky that way. He'll give it to you straight down both barrels.